Good evening, everybody. Look at all these lovely faces, lots of familiar ones. Yeah, I'm spotting ambassadors. Gar's here, John Roberts, Shirley's here, our community ambassador, and I'll introduce myself. I'm Lisa Dunnington, and I'm part of the PHA team, and joined tonight by my team members. Gio is here, Kerry's there as well. And lots of people that I recognise, practitioners. We've got Linda and a couple of other people from our international PHA family. Wonderful to see you here. And yeah, let's enjoy this time together. We do have an agenda, but I want to try and keep that as loose as possible. But, you know, you're all here to hear about the PHA Community Network and what does it mean? Why have we formed it? So we will cover that off. I would ask you all to just mute yourselves at this point. Unless you're speaking, please mute yourselves. Also, please use the chat. I do have on the agenda that I'd like everyone to introduce themselves, but that could eat into our 1 hour quite quickly. So I think if you can use the chat, just say who you are, where you are in the country or which country you're in, and also what brought you here. So are you a practitioner? Are you a member of a community group? Are you on the community directory? You know, what is it that brought you here? It'd be great to see that. And also, as we're going through, if you've got questions and we don't have time for a proper Q&A at the end, stick them in the chat and we will get back to you. And remember also, because I've only just learnt this, use your reactions at the bottom because they're really good fun. So you can do all sorts with your reactions, such as this. And also you can raise your hand there. So if you want to speak when we open up to a open sharing section of the agenda, then just raise your hand and we'll get around to you at that point. So with no further ado, welcome. Just a little bit about how we've got here. Believe it or not, PHA will be 4 years old on the 23rd of April. And, you know, since we launched 4 years ago, we began with a really simple vision. And that was to empower people to take ownership of their health and well-being and to build holistic community groups across the country, providing an alternative and integrative healthcare system. So we've come a long way in 4 years. It's gone really fast. It's felt like pushing a boulder up a hill a lot of the time. We've relied, as you know, on volunteers very much. It's a grassroots volunteer-led organisation, which is wonderful. But it's not until you stop and you look back and think, wow, we've achieved a lot. We've come a long way in 4 years. And that's across the UK and beyond. As I said, Linda's here from the US. We've got Portugal, Malta, New Zealand, Australia, you know, wonderful people all coming together in common unity for what is this movement that's been created. And it's not just within PHA, it's everywhere, isn't it? There's wonderful people, wonderful organisations doing this everywhere. What we want to try and do with the PHA Community Network is bring all of that together so that we're all doing it together. We're not reinventing the wheel, we're sharing resources. We're learning from each other. We've got peer-to-peer support. You know, we're connecting, we're collaborating together and learning and teaching and being of service. And that's the whole point of this. Let's do it together. I think the fact that we've got so many people here tonight and people registered proves to us that this is what people want. Community is everything. And unless we come together, it's going to be very hard to change the world. We can't do it on our own. We can do it together. So it's wonderful to see you here. I hope you're all dropping in the chat why you're here, what you're hoping to get from this evening. And I hope that explains a little bit of our reasoning behind creating the PCN. The other reason is because we've done so much over 4 years, we've got practitioner and community directories, we've got ambassadors, we've got local hubs and community projects and initiatives like Connect the Dots. And because of all those things, our energy has been somewhat dispersed, and maybe it's a little bit different for people really to understand what the PHA is. So by bringing all those strands together under one umbrella, we feel that it'll make it easier to get involved, to come together, to support each other, and have a common cause, which is at the end of the day, community. People need community. People need each other. So I'll stop waffling. I hope that explains a little bit. We will have, like I say, if there's any questions, please. Oh, Helen's from New Zealand. Helen Whitewolf is here. Great to have you here, Helen. Let's move on. Give you an opportunity to speak, because we want to hear from you, because at the end of the day, this network belongs to us all, and I can't stress this enough. It's going to be shaped by everybody that participates. So we want to encourage monthly meetings, but by doing that, I don't want to be hosting them every month. You don't need to see me every month. Let's share that responsibility, or shall we not say responsibility? Let's take ownership of it, everybody, and share this together. So it'd be great to see people stepping up and hosting. And you guys together will dictate the agenda and what we want to get from this. So it's very open way. A little bit about Connect the Dots. I don't know who's heard about Connect the Dots, but we launched this last year. It was so well received. It involved people submitting pledges to make a difference in their community. And I think some of you are probably here tonight because you made that pledge and we contacted you. But Connect the Dots is really simple in itself. We want to see a dot on every town, village and city in the British Isles to represent community groups within those dots. And supporting those communities as they develop is the practitioners on our directory. They're the cornerstone, the absolute foundations of healthy, connected communities. So we need to support them, and they need to be part of this journey that we're all on and part of this movement. I'd just like to introduce Jackie, because she was an absolute star when it came to Connect the Dots. Jackie is a big networker in her own right. She has root connections, and as soon as we talked about Connect the Dots, it resonated, and she supported it from the get-go and continues to. So I'd love to introduce Jackie Robinson. Jackie's a natural speaker, unlike myself, so enjoy, Jackie.
Oh, hello, Fergie here, my new name. Thanks, Lisa. I would beg to differ. You are a natural speaker and a natural leader. You've been absolutely brilliant. So thanks for all the work of getting us thus so far. So this feels really important, doesn't it, right now? It really does. Connect the dots. It's all about connection, collaboration, and mostly community. Let's all be honest, it's missing in our society, isn't it? Community. It's not like it used to be, showing my age, but we do need it. We all need it, and we need to all step up. We kind of live in a world now that's so busy, noisy. Sometimes it does get a bit overwhelming. And I've been hearing from lots of people this week who are so overwhelmed and they're getting burnout. Because they're trying so hard. So this is why this is important. We've all got to come together right now. And for all of us, like Lisa said, this Connect the Dots, PHA, it's for all of us. And people are craving it. I'm craving it. We're all craving it. And somewhere where we belong. I think that is something that we've talked about in the team. We need to belong together. And that's what community comes in, isn't it? We're not meant to be doing this alone, folks. We're meant to be doing it together. And we are more powerful when we do come together. And how about we collaborate instead of competing? Not one of us are competing against each other, because there is 8 billion people in the world, probably more, and we need to help everybody, so there's no competition whatsoever. I do feel like something's shifted in the last few weeks. I don't know if you feel that, and I'm feeling like people are recognizing that, and our ideas are growing together, our confidence is growing, and that means that the people are growing. And we need that. And that's why, Debs Brooks, I don't know if she's on here tonight, but we set up Root Connections round about the same time. And our 3 key words were collaborate, connection, and community. And we still stand by that. And that is why we're unifying. That's why we're coming together with PHA and connect the dots. It's not that we're going to, we still have Root Connections, but we're all coming together. And that's why you can do it together as well. And I think that's really important. It's missing collaboration is the world right now. And I think if we do this, and we're doing it, it's not that we're just starting on that road, we're actually getting on with it. So if you have got ideas, and I know you have, and I know many people have got all those ideas, why don't you put it down also in the chat? What idea do you want to bring forward? Let's get that moving now. This is not about one person or just PHA or Root Connections or whatever. It's about all of you bringing all your businesses, all your ideas in one place. And here's the truth. We're not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting anymore. We're not waiting for a saviour. It's time to step up. And this is what we're doing. We're stepping up. And that's a beautiful thing. It's actually happening. And so I've been talking to, they're my close friends now, actually. And they've become my close friends in the last 5 years. I cannot believe, I'm sure a lot of people will be nodding heads when I say this. In the last 5 years, our lives have changed. Our friendships have changed. We may still have some of the friends that we had, or maybe all of them, but my closest friends are the ones that I have known in the last 5 years. So I'm going to mention a few that are going to be doing or are doing community events, but they're going to be doing it in that community week. We've got Dawn Liu, Reconnections to Wellness. She's doing amazing projects right now. Amazing. Food growing, Zen meditation, all these things that we need to be stepping up and doing. Brilliant. I think she's on the group. Catherine Carmen, Circle of Love. That's all about ascension. I do feel like a lot of us are ascending at the moment. Great projects. Debs Brooks, who I work with, Roots of Life events, Root Connections, putting things on all the time, bringing people together. Karen Martin, she couldn't be on tonight. Infinite Women. She started at the same time as PHA and Root Connections, and Infinite Women have community groups in people's homes. It's just amazing what's already going on. Kirsty Walsh, Cameo group, and she also does a group, Ribbles of Community group. Lots of events coming on, and that's led by the people in it. She is enabling people to bring on their own groups. It's quite exciting what's happening, and I absolutely love it. The last but least, Jo Smith, as we like to call her. Lefebvre means Smith in French. And she has something called Business Midwife. So although it's not a community group, she helps people who need a little bit of help to start up these community groups, start up their business. So there's always people helping out. If you're not very good at marketing, there's always people in PHA on the directory that will help you move that step forward. So community is happening right now, folks. It's happening. We're not waiting till June, but maybe that's where we can all just step up. And I'd like to invite you all to a celebration of that, of the fact that we're already on the steps, and that is next week, April the 1st. It's the first day of spring officially. and we're doing something called Mock the Month. And it's comedy, it's singing, and it's about bringing everyone together to have fun. And for me, that's where I'm going. I'm going where the fun is, because I believe that that's what we have to do now. That is what my purpose is from here on. I've started a choir called Mycelium Beats, which is a frequency choir, a wellbeing choir. And this is not about what I'm doing. It's just about what I'm called to do. And also we're doing retreats as well. You could do similar in your area. You know, anybody wants any advice or how you get started, I'm always here to help people. And I know everybody in this group is as well. So let's raise the roof together. Let's do it. This is a movement. It's a movement. This is what we're doing. And I am truly excited to be on this journey with all of you guys. So for the love of connection, let's cheer each other on. And there is no competition. Thank you for listening to me, because I'm going to shut up now, or Lisa's going to be waving her arms around at me. So thanks,
Thank you so much, Jackie.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Fantastic. Just to, I think Jackie just touched on it then. Last year, we decided to claim National Community Week as part of Connect the Dots. So we are encouraging people to come together for 1 week in the year to celebrate community, to put on events, to encourage others to get involved, to inspire people to get involved. And this year it will be the 21st to the 28th of June. So I think in the next meeting, we will certainly touch on that, and we'll start to share ideas about what we can be doing. But I would encourage anybody that's involved in a community group at this point and who isn't on the community directory to get on there, because we can shine a spotlight on the great work you're doing. The same with practitioners and the practitioner directory. Join us and let's shine a spotlight on you and really start to, you know, signpost people to where the help and support is for them. So that will be in the call to action at the end. So next on the, let me just ask quickly as well, has anybody got any stories of real practical action in your community? I think this is a great opportunity to open it up to people. If you're doing some wonderful stuff we don't know about, share it. Let's share it now. If you would like to speak and share something, please put your hand up, your little yellow hand. Any hands? Everybody's very shy. Everybody being shy tonight. Okay, we'll move on.
I'll say something, but I just can't find the yellow hand.
That's fine. Come on, Edmund.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
All right. Yeah, sorry to jump in there, Dawn. I see you put your yellow hand up as well. I'll keep it brief. Yeah, Camelot Connect was founded in April 22 as a response to the COVID lockdowns. Most of us were attendees of Yeovil and Sherborne Stand in the Park. And some of us thought, well, that's great, but we really need a coordinated way of taking some actions and focusing on issues. So we started doing midweek meetings as well, where we did that. And then Camelot Connect grew out of that as a private members association. And the name Camelot comes from a local hill fort between Yeovil and Sherborne, which is one of the legendary sites of Camelot. And we just thought it was a nice name because all the positive stuff that goes with Camelot and King Arthur and all that stuff. But what we've done practically is we offer our members discounted advocacy with the autonomy hotline from our group fund. The autonomy hotline, if you don't know about them, they provide advocacy for people in a healthcare dispute. So they're definitely worth connecting with and reaching out to if you haven't already as the PHA. We've got a rapid response rota of members on standby to support each other. We've stashed petrol and diesel at members' locations around Yeovil. So if the petrol stations get backed up because of the Middle East war, at least, if a rapid responder's car is low on petrol, at least we can get them to a hospital or doctor's appointment. We've got a walkie-talkie radio network. We've got a forum where we list and document information under different categories, and our health and wellbeing coordinator facilitates occasional meetings with local independent healthcare practitioners, one of whom's on the call, Rachel from Halo Breathing Space, and hopefully she'll say a bit about what she does. So that's probably enough from me. Thank you.
Edmund, we are actually partnered with Autonomy Hotline.
Oh, good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Who else has got the thumbs up? Joan. Thank you very much, Edmund.
Hi, I'm just want to mention the Hearts Alight because we do a community every first Friday of every month. Robin got us together and started it, and we kind of joined her, and we do like yoga. We do Robin does qigong and a meditation, and if Robin's not able to do it, I'll do a meditation and yoga stretches. Then they come in for a coffee for £2, and then they get the free half an hour of qigong. And then we offer taster sessions for massage, frequency work, frequency work, and we're just promoting that what people can access in the community. And they come for a cup of tea, or they come for a chat, or we kind of have we have candles, we have little bits for selling, we have a book part where they can just put a donation in for a book. So it's coming on really well. We've been we're about 2 years in now, and we've got regulars. Yeah, and we've got regulars, and they text us now and say, "Can I book in?" So we're having to kind of limit how many sessions people get book in, because there's that many people wanting to book in. So we really could do with a bigger space and more therapists, but it's just getting a bigger space at a good cost, so that then we don't put a cost on the clients that come in. So it's kind of raising that awareness in the community, which is fantastic. And we do like a couple of events as well for other stall holders to raise a bit of money, so that ones that can't afford the therapy, we'll try and subsidize them if they're a regular coming in for a taster session, and we feel that they could do with an hour, and then we know they can't afford it. We kind of give them a free session, and we can, because we've raised a bit of money, we'll put that in they will pay then the therapist for that, which it's quite good. It's really good. It's building itself up. It's great.
Amazing, Joan, and you're quite local to me, aren't you? So I've been to a couple of your events, and this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's educating people, because they don't know what they don't know, and they don't know what the alternatives are there, unless we start coming together, bringing people in, and showing them, and just giving them that knowledge that they've got choices. It's all about choice. Thank you so much, Joan. I think you were next, weren't you, Glenn?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Good. So I was sitting in the dark after a busy day and just sitting back, but I'll take the opportunity to tell you about my project. So thank you, everybody. I run a social enterprise in Doncaster. We have a 6-acre woodland and lakes with a full eco retreat set up there, fire circle, plunge pool, sauna. We have a 7-meter geodome that's up for hire for community events or education sessions. And on the 12th of April, I have an event which is based around the theme of ice. And then the other one is on the 17th of April, which is based around the theme of fire. And they're both opportunities for social enterprises or local community groups or any practitioners with a cause that they'd like to fund. The two opportunities allow you to come and experience ice or fire or both, and also raise funds for your cause. So if you do a fire walk, which is fully led by a trained practitioner, you can then get funded or raise funds in your local community for your cause and come along and do a fire walk. And then ice is actually exactly the same. You can raise funds for your organization or cause, and you would take a cold plunge dip. And the reason we've got that one as a special day is because we're very aware that a lot of people are sort of taking this plunge, if you like, into cold water or natural swimming. But if there's any contraindications or people are uncertain about long-term health conditions, then they really need to be in a safe, secure environment with a practitioner to ensure that that integration is safe. So what we're doing on the ice day is we're offering two entry points, if you like. One is for practitioners to extend their offer to clients and become a cold water therapist. So that's a certification for the day. And the other one is for clients or practitioners just to come and have a dip. So there's two options really for the ice day and just one for the fire walk.
This is fantastic. And Glenn, you've got my call to action ahead of myself here, but one of them is please submit your events to us in enough time. We have a weekly newsletter that goes out, and we always want to share upcoming events for people, shine the light on you, direct people to you, but also on our website we now have an events page as well, so we can put events on there and keep them up to date. So always just send your events in. That sounds fantastic. And we do interviews. We'd love to see some videos of what happens on the day, tell the story, share it with people, let them know about the certification that you're offering. That's all fantastic stuff. I'll move on because it is, we could sit here all night, couldn't we? I'm sure we've got lots more. Thank you very much, Glenn. Amazing work that you're doing. Ailsa, you're next.
Hi, I'm Ailsa from the Zenergy Centre. So we are an energy enhancement system, which is a scalar frequency room where people come to recharge, basically, so that their bodies just start to work better. So originally I was part of a PHA hub in Huddersfield, which unfortunately we had to shut down because we didn't really have enough volunteers. But I think inadvertently we've reinvented ourselves here, and actually we've got premises now. So we consider ourselves a safe place for people to come to talk. And we've built quite, we call them our Zenergizers community. So we do have reduced price events on a regular basis. So we have, we've just started a new Zen Men group, which is like a men's circle once a month. It's the first Saturday of the month between 10 and 12. And that's run by a couple of clinical hypnotherapists. One of them's also a very powerful psychic medium. So we had our first one last month, which was amazing. The same psychic medium, he's also running a series of spiritual development events. So we've been through the 7 steps of spiritual development. We're now starting an advanced group, and we're redoing the 7 steps again. We have a fantastic lady who's doing some free healing 2 days a week. She does all day on a Wednesday and a Friday. She does Reiki and access bars. And if people want to pay anything, then we use that as a pay it forward to fund energy enhancement system sessions for people who are seriously ill. So we have a number of people with stage 4 cancer who come, and we don't charge them or their carers. So that's us. And we also have other events on. So we do things like Qigong in the system. We have guided meditations. We do breath of transformation, a sound bath, beautiful events, and also standard sessions and overnights, sleepovers, which are incredible.
It's amazing. I remember being at
you came to the opening, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just gone from strength to strength, hasn't it? And you're doing other things. So it's just an organic thing, isn't it? It develops. And like you say, you started as a PHA hub. Hubs don't have to be PHA. It doesn't matter. A hub is where you bring people together, like-minded people, and together you create the community that you want to see.
Yeah, and actually some of our original volunteers from the PHA hub are now volunteering for us here, because actually we don't make any money. We're basically working to pay the rent, and the volunteers, you know, they're volunteering because they love being here. They love the conversations. You know, the conversations are just about such incredible, diverse topics, and they just love being here.
And that's it. I mean, we're in service to others, aren't we?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's the heart, it's the intention. I'm going to move over to Paul, who's been very patient. Thank you, Elsa.
Okay, thank you. It took me a little while to find out how to raise the hands, but I got there in the end. My kind of backstory is that I've been with PHA, started with High Weald East, and I'm involved with the Orr and Hastings group. But through them, I actually came across an organisation called A Touch of Gentleness, which is very much akin to the whole ethos of the PHA. And what they do is they go out into the community to give free hand massages. So generally at the moment, we're mainly across the South Coast with about 150 volunteers. So we go into hospices, we go into kind of mental places that help people with mental health. We go into blind centres. We do it at Eastbourne Shopping Centre one day a month. And for me, it's been just a beautiful enrichment of my life. I found, sorry,
it's emotional.
Just talking about it kind of gets to me, because I've been a volunteer with them for 2 years, and it is just a beautiful way of connecting with people and trying to bring a little bit of that love and a little bit of connection to people. And I've met all sorts of people during my time of doing it, and it's just such a lovely way of bringing something to people that is missing from them. So the organisation is called A Touch of Gentleness. So please just type it in, have a look at your leisure. You know, as I say, the aspiration of Helen, who's the founder, is to take it nationwide. But as you know, these things kind of take time. She started it again during the whole COVID cock up, where she thought, like, what does the world need now? And she decided it was that human connection. So it's kind of also connecting, because it's one thing with the PHA, I connect with a lot of people that are like-minded. In doing the hand massage, I end up dealing with all manner of people, including those that would be sort of abhorred to get my views on COVID. But you know, that's part of the thing, that you just give it freely to anyone that says yes, please. So
Absolutely. Thank you, Paul. That's it. That's why we're all here, isn't it? But what a gift to be able to share that with other people. So we've got to spread the net as wide as we can. But this kind of story is exactly what we want to share in our newsletters. So I'm sure Kerry will be in touch, Paul. It's wonderful.
Yeah, well, I've just written down how to get on the newsletter. I'm not very good with technology, so sorry, I've managed to get here, which is an achievement for me. But
it's amazing. And what we will do with this record, my other reason for recording this was that we can take snippets from this for social media and share what you're all doing. So anytime you want to just drop us a 2-minute video, you may be in your workplace as a practitioner, tell us what you're doing. Tell us what's happening in your community. It's all really great stuff. And as we know, people don't have a big attention span. So interviews are great, but 2-minute clips are even better, because it gets a point across and it captures people's attention. And then we direct them to you, because you're on the directory, or you're on the practitioner directory, or the community directory, and we can signpost people to you. So that's a big call out. I'm sort of going through my call to action list here as we go along, which is super. Does anybody else have anything that they want to share with us at this point, or shall we move on? Oh, Alison, come on, Alison. I saw that hand. It wasn't yellow.
Hi everyone, this is lovely. This is my first meeting, so this is really exciting.
Welcome.
I have written a book about rebalancing your diet using the power of the moon, and I do an annual retreat in Wales at a biodynamic organic farm at a purpose-built retreat centre. It's absolutely awesome. It's got this lovely clean lake, dark sky status. So I just wanted to tell you about that. And I do cookery demonstrations as a part of the retreat to really help people get into eating more healthily, much more easily.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Can you drop the name of the retreat in the chat?
Okay. Yeah.
And then we can share. That would be great. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, I mean, you know, what's happening in your community? Clearly, there's a lot happening in everybody's community, but we don't always know what's going on. So let us at least try and share that. But also within this network that we're developing here tonight, and what an exciting night, because we've heard some wonderful stuff and we've created those connections already. You know, let's inspire others, share our skill sets, share our resources. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's learn from each other and make it easy to transfer those skills around other communities. And that's what we're all here for, isn't it? You know, local wins. Let's just be open and share it and share the challenges and the lessons learned. Let's make it easy for people to become inspired and to inspire others. So how I've got on the agenda how at 7:55, so we're doing very well. What can this network, how can it help you? And I suppose you've all got an idea of what we're trying to achieve here. But it's going to take all of us to help create this network as a supportive network for anybody that wants to be a part of it. So I think it's probably what support, what resources, what connections do you think we need here that can help this grow? And, you know, what are the next steps for a kind of, I suppose, a cross-community cooperation, isn't it? Any thoughts on anybody?
Yeah, I've got a thought on that. Like in the mail out that you sent, one of the things you said it could provide is peer support. And I think that's very important for facilitators because it can be a lonely place sometimes, you know, sending out emails that disappear into a dark hole and you don't hear anything back. You know, you put on an event and 6 people turn up. It's just how to keep going. I mean, because it, you know, that happens, that's human nature, but it's just how do we, you know, support each other to keep going? I think that could be something, if we can do that on a regular, it's something I was thinking of setting up anyway myself, was a Southwest facilitators peer support group, but it seems PHA have the clout and the people in the room here to maybe do something like that. So that would be fantastic, I think.
Do you know what, Edmund? This group has come together because a few weeks ago, I had a meeting of that community, and this is not, this is we're all so busy, aren't we? We're all juggling so many plates, but there was myself and one other person there, and I think I referred to the boulder up the hill, and I just thought, we can't keep just trying to do this. We've got to get everybody that's doing it together. You know, this is why this is happening tonight. So it's because of people like you, Edmund, that are doing it. Everybody that's here, you're already doing it, but let's do it all together. And we get stronger and we get a wider audience. And, you know, what do they say? You build it and the people will come, and they will, and they are. We've just got to support each other in that journey. So I'm absolutely, you know, I think that's bang on, Edmund. Thank you for that.
They're
Dawn, what you're here?
Oh, hiya. Yeah, sorry. So I'm a CIC. I'm a relatively new CIC. I've only been going just over 12 months, and I got quite a lot of funding all at once. So I'm delivering stuff in the community every day, near enough now. It's all funded. My biggest concern right now, well, not concern because we get over everything, don't we, is I want to network with organisations like myself who are not going to be doing, or that we're going to resisting the digital ID, because I don't know who else is a social enterprise in here or a CIC, but I'm seeing already, I started seeing it from January, some funding streams requiring a digital ID already. So that's going to be a no from me right now, which means everything that I've worked so hard for. Do you know where I'm going with this? So really I'm looking for those individuals that I can network with in that regard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Dawn, I don't understand the link between CIC and digital ID. Can you explain that?
Well, first of all, that they're saying directors need to have a digital ID, and and also funding streams are requiring it now as well. So
Dawn, what you need is a private association. But you're right. It's again, this is what we need to do. We need to share the knowledge. We need to share the contacts of who to speak to about these things. But that's definitely the way forward.
I'm not sure the private PMA you could access public funding. I don't think they do. I'm making an assumption there, maybe totally wrong, but
it would be more difficult, I think, as a PMA, especially if you're a bit like edgy, like anti-5G or anti-injections. You're going to have difficulty getting funding from the lottery or the council. But so I can see how it's like a front organisation. Let's call it a front. CIC might be the way to go. I've thought about setting up a front organisation, Yeovil Connect or something with an actual high street presence. But that would be a lot of work. But we're a PMA. Camelot Connect's a PMA for what it's worth.
There's always a way around everything, isn't there?
There is, and that's the point of this, isn't it? It's here to support and share the knowledge and find the people within our like-minded community that can advise and help us find the answers. So that's exactly what this is about.
So if that comes on the table, I'd definitely like to be part of that group, please, and be an active member of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know I'm part of the CIC that it's in development. So if you could send me the information, I'll pass it on to the CIC directors because they might not know about that.
Yeah, I think it's. It's any incorporated business. They are requiring directors to have digital ID.
My understanding about it is that you can verify your ID through a third party. So we're actually going to verify through our accountant by taking our documents to our accountant so that we don't have to log into the OneGov login thing. So even though we're still having to verify our ID, we're not setting up a digital ID account. But I didn't know about the funding aspect.
Yeah, it started quite soon in January.
There's so many conditions, I think, around CICs with funding anyway, which is a separate issue, that it seems to be harder and harder for CICs to get funding. I mean, we have issues because we've only got 2 directors, and a lot of them want 3 directors, and a lot of them just want you to be charities, registered charities now. So it is much harder. But obviously there are options as a CIC to be able to offer services that you get paid for. So it's not just grant funding. So it depends on what your funding stream looks like and how you can support yourself. But it might be pivoting to different types of fundraising through offering. We do training, for instance, with the Conversation Starter Project. We do training, and that's how we help to fund our CIC. And we took that option over and above being a charity because it gave us more flexibility to be able to go out and offer paid services rather than just relying on funding. So, but it depends on the nature of your business and how it was set up. So I do appreciate that. That might not be for everyone.
I've got that option as well, and that's what I'll be pursuing. But I still want to do the funded stuff. But anyway, forgive me, I don't want to dominate the conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, just quickly to say, I think the World Council for Health is a CIC. I think so. It might be worth asking them how they're getting on with that aspect of getting funding as a CIC. Just dropping that in there.
Yeah, I think but that's the point of this group, isn't it? This network. If you can create working groups for different topics that are of interest to people, and you're getting members of the group that are willing to look into them, then you're not doing it on your own. You've got a group of you working on it, and we'll find solutions. Jackie, and then on to Geo.
Hi. Yeah, just something that we've been trying this year with Root Connections is a share. So what we do is we tell people what we do and what we'd like to share. So anybody else, it can be anything. So I've done holistic treatments for a bicycle. If Kirsty's on, this might sound crazy, but basically what that enables us to do is I have done about 5 of these shares now, and I've got to know that person really well. So it's a good way of networking, but actually getting a treatment or whatever yourself, and then we promote that person. It's just an idea that seems to be really working, because the thing about holistic people is that we're givers. I would say we're all givers on this site, and we don't always look after ourselves. So I think it's really important that we do this, but we're also networking and working at the same time and promoting each other. It's just something maybe we could set up with this as well. Just an idea. It was working for Root Connections anyway.
Absolutely fab. And Geo, let's hear from Geo.
Hello. One of the things, listening to some of you talk, I think, Edmund, you mentioned something about a group where people can get together and don't feel so alone. One of the things with PHA coming in is actually it's going to be like a forum, which is part of this, the PCA Community Network. And the forum will have practitioners, members, where people can discuss ideas, don't feel alone, collaborate, bounce ideas off each other. That's one of the big things coming in as well with PHA. Currently in motion, being brought in. We're having meetings with practitioners to see what they want in that room, what works best for them. So we're already planning this. So we're already ahead on that one. It's actually going through at the moment to working on a system so that nobody feels alone. Because we've met so many people along the way that say, I'm alone, I want to bounce my ideas off other practitioners, I want this. So we're bringing them all together. We're actually creating that room. It's a rather large project, but it's happening. Yeah. Just to let you know, it is happening and it is going through. So we're on to that.
Good to know. Yeah.
I think what we need in the interim is a place to all be, if you like. We don't want to just be doing this once a month. It's through conversation that we start to learn about each other and get the support that we need from each other. So, until that forum is ready, which will be a safe online space to use, we're thinking of, and I'd welcome your input onto this, because some people don't like Telegram, some people prefer WhatsApp, some people are saying Signal is more secure, or do we do a Facebook group and have a private page? Or the other way around, Shirley, you can tell me this. You were telling me yesterday, because I don't do Facebook, but we can create a Facebook group, but then have a private.
You can have a Facebook page and then have a group as well. So you can have a public facing page just to be able to promote to the public, but you can have a private group where you only admit people that you know and you recognise. So therefore it gives people a bit of a feeling of security that they're speaking with like-minded people.
If you've got an opinion on this, I'd really value it if you can pop it in the chat, because like I say, some people don't like Telegram, some people don't want to do WhatsApp. Signal's quite secure, I believe, but then I don't believe anything's secure. But Facebook, to me, seems to be where people, if they do have a private group, can feel pretty confident in it, as long as it's there's a good admin there, making sure that people aren't just spamming it to promote themselves. But is that a good vehicle? Because I think, we don't really, if we're passionate about this, which I think we are, I think it's safe to say we are, and other people are, we need to be able to connect at any time, don't we? Not just once a month in a Zoom meeting. Or waiting for the public forum to come. So please let me have your opinions on that, and I will set something up for us. Any other things that we think the collective could help with, the network? I mean, it's early days. The point tonight is to engage with everybody, to see if this is what people want. I believe it is. I hope you do too. And then we can set the next meeting. The next meeting actually will be our birthday, the 23rd of April, because we'll be doing a public update then. So it'd be great to welcome you all to that. And we can talk about the community network there. Following on from that, it will probably be the 3rd or 4th Thursday of the month, so in May. And that's when we'll be really ramping up for National Community Week at the end of June. But like I say, I think we need a platform in the interim, while we're still working on the public forum, to at least be able to connect 24/7.
Yeah, so just is the National Community Week, is that a PHA thing, or is that some national thing?
It's a national thing because we claimed it as a National Community Week. It just came from us on the back of Connect the Dots, and we said, hang on, is there any community day or week? No, there isn't. Right, well, we're going to take that. So it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to us all. It's just National Community Week, and
what I mean though, is it something that's out there promoted by the legacy institutions? Then is it like an annual thing, the National Community Week? Or,
we checked it out. There's no national community day or National Community
That's
Week.
A shame, isn't it? And somewhat surprising.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, we were really surprised.
There is now, because we created it.
Well done.
So we launched the first one because we wanted to sneak it into 2025, and it was in November. This year we're going to do the end of June, before the schools break up. It coincides with summer solstice and events that people will be doing then. So it's 21st to 28th of June. So we're excited about that. Yeah, there's lots to come. So next meeting, 23rd of April. It's our birthday celebration. And in the meantime, we'll set up a group where we can all just meet anytime.
And St. George's Day, may I say, 23rd of April.
It certainly is. And that actually wasn't by design. It was just meant to be.
Yeah.
Meant to be 4 years ago. I remember the mad scramble, do you, Gio, trying to get the website finished, and good old days. But so much good stuff to come, and it's all about community.
I used to have a full head of hair then.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing a hat.
That was before the lovely Mags, who looks after the website now, wasn't it?
It certainly was, yeah. So, calls to action. I've got to squeeze these in. We've done some, but I've got to leave on this note. join the directories. If you've got a community group and you're not already on there, please get on there. Same with practitioners. We need you. You are the bedrock of our communities. We need you on the directory, so we can spotlight you and signpost people to you. Videos, 2-minute videos. What are you doing? Where are you? In the workplace, in the community hub, whatever, or what are your plans? Do you need support? Just send your videos in. We can use these, we can share on social media, and we can really start to get people engaged in what we're trying to do here. You know, it only takes a couple of things and people are in. You know, we're like-minded. We're looking for that hook, and we can do it. Gio mentioned that we're piloting the forum, but in the meantime, send in your ideas regarding what platform's best to use. Otherwise, I'll just pick one, and I'm the worst techie person ever, so that wouldn't be a good thing. And if you've got any ideas about who we do need to connect with, that we're not. I mean, we are connected with World Council for Health and, you know, a lot of organisations you can see on our website. But if there's somebody in particular that's doing great stuff and we're not yet connected, send it in and we'll collaborate. We're all about collaborating. Collaborate, educate, facilitate. That's PHA. And finally, get behind National Community Week. It's our chance to shine and to really inspire others to do the same. And thank you all for coming. It's been wonderful. Great to see you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys.
Walking, Joe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah, I have to
you.
stop walking now. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can't stop the recording because Kerry's still host.